Welcome back, guys. I'm just going to do a quick video this morning of what we've got coming up. We've been asked for some more Subaru content, so I'm going to give it to you. We've got here a Gc8 Impreza early UK turbo car, and I'm quite excited about this car for one reason, and that is it's a very rare survivor car in that it has not fallen victim of the tin worm just yet. Let me show you what I'm so excited about. So, mica red, year 2000 car, quite a nice special colour. I don't know if many of you will agree. Now, Subaru guys will know these things, especially UK cars that have lived all their life in England, suffer from rust issues quite badly, mainly on these rear arches and up in the suspension turrets. Now, this car, it's we're about to give it a strip down and a full inspection, ready for its new owner, and I'm really excited because as I'm looking around this car, it is really in phenomenal condition, and this is a testament to keeping these cars indoors, which is probably a bit late in the day to be telling people about now because a lot of them have suffered. But if you just have a look up here in the usual problem areas, up behind the arches and things like that, and in the strut turret up there, I don't know if you can see that or not, this car is absolutely fantastic. Well, I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to share some tips on the usual rust hotspots, and anybody who's got one of these and intends to use it, it's worthwhile treating these now if it hasn't already started to rust, and preserve it for the future. So, will you just do me a favour, Sammy, and hold this torch for me? I'm just going to show guys one particular area of concern is the fuel filler necks, and that is because of these silly plastic guards which really are supposed to be there to help stop them getting rusty and stuff, but it actually promotes it. And what happens is, just shine your torch up there, Sammy, that's it. You feel all this, you can see all this mud that's collected around the back of there. Now that just sits there damp if the car's outside and rusts this thing away. Now again, this one, it's really quite solid and I can feel that. It's a good one, but I'm going to take this guard off anyway and clean it out, because you can just see on the floor there, if you shine your torch down, Sammy, the amount of rubbish that's fallen from there already. The thing to do with these now is, you see the bolts on there, which are really flimsy M6s. Now, to get these out without breaking the mountings is quite difficult, but the tip is, get your finger around the back of there, and a brush is even better if you can get a little brush up there and clean the back of these off, so that you can just get your finger up there and feel the back of the thread. Same again with this one, give it a good clean off, and then just put your torch around the other side, Sammy, so we can see it. You can get your finger around the back, give it a good clean. So just clean the back of those. In fact, I've used the airline, I've used this airline to blow out any rubbish, but if you haven't got an airline, use a brush or whatever you can. And let's get a good old helping of it's difficult to see round the back, but like that should get it. Again with that, give that a good old dousing up the back there. And like I say, it's a difficult area to see, so we're just going to hope for the best. Right, we'll leave that overnight to do its magic, and then we'll come back and hopefully we can get those off. Right, let's give it a go, guys. I'm going to use this 3/8 impact gun. I prefer this because what it does is it can let me go forward and backwards pretty quick to work the bolt, and the shock of it, the knocking, tends to help knock all the rust off. If you haven't got one of these, use a socket or what you've got, but just be careful, and you might have to work it backwards and forwards. So, that's one down. Beautiful. You notice I'm actually going forwards first to try and rattle any rust off. That one's a bit more stubborn, we might just have to get that moving with a ratchet first. So I never use anything more than a quarter drive on M6. With anything more, they're going to break naturally. So we'll just try and get this going. Just get some movement in it. It is pretty tight. Yeah, it's moving, which is a good sign. Although it's not guaranteed, but it's not. I think that might be breaking, guys. It has. That's broke off now. That's the danger of these M6. They do break off, so I'm going to have to drill that one out and recut the thread. It just shows you just how flimsy these things are. But if you sort of look down here now, and we'll slide this off, you can just see, look, how much mud this thing holds in there against the fuel pipe, which is never a good thing. I'll just borrow that. And what you get is you get this corrosion starting here. I mean, this one again, it's pretty good and solid. We can treat this in this condition and save it. Any more than that, you would have had a hole and fuel leaks every time you filled up. Follow us on this one. We'll be back for more. We're going to get this up. We're going to strip the bumpers off it. We're going to get right underneath all the bits that need looking at and check this all over. Do a cam belt on it before it's ready to go up for sale for its new owner.